What's up, friends? This is Manni, and welcome to news about the upcoming Bersagliere Titan coming to the War-Robots test server very soon, maybe tomorrow already. And of course also news for the upcoming Bagliore robot, which I already showed you yesterday, but I got new information about it. And also we know how it looks like now, right? So let's first start with the new Titan, Bersagliere. Okay, both of these robots slash Titans have Italian names now. So I wonder if we're gonna get a set of Italian weapons and robots going forward now. The Vendicatore, also the heavy version of Hurricane, was already one, right? So we see a Titan here. This is how it supposedly looks like. We have 3 heavy alpha weapons mounted on one side shoulder of the robot. Allowing perhaps to corner shoot with a Titan, which is something we haven't really utilized so much yet, but this could be possible with this one. And there's a giant shoulder cannon to the left side, and it has an ability that is a little similar to the Cossack. Yeah, this could be like the heavy version of a Cossack. Alright, so let's look at the description, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, if you enjoy these updates and you like to stay up to date and how I do this here with you, then consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done it yet. As soon as the test server goes live, even perhaps today, I'm scanning the test server app to see if there is an update, and when there is, you'll get the gameplay first here immediately, okay? So yeah. The ability is, we don't know the name of the ability right now, but it has 1 to 5 charges and use of 1 charge upon activation, and shoots an enemy at long range, similar to what the Newton can do. And it ignores energy shields, which is super important because right now a lot of robots and even Titans, right? Bedware Titan, for example, has an absorber shield, so super useful. Every hit. And we're talking, by the way, about this cannon here, this one, right? This is what we're talking about, doing these shots. And it has 1 to 5 charges, and every hit increases the damage received from the ability, but it has a maximum cap, perhaps 3 or something like this. They don't say what the cap is, but or maybe it's even 5 or so, but the more often you hit, the more damage you'll do, okay? This is the ability number 1, the sniper shot, right? Whatever name it might get. The ability 2 is the Titan jumps backwards from the direction its legs are facing. Reverse Cossack Titan confirmed. So you're not jumping forward like the Cossack, but backwards, okay? And there is a passive ability also. The Titan, the further away the target, the more damage this Titan deals to it. So it seems to be a primarily sniper-focused Titan, in the category of a Newton, right? So we've gotten a couple of brawling Titans, the Bedware, the Eiffel. Before that we had the Newton. And now we are getting another sniper Titan, the Bersagliere. Okay, I hope I pronounced that at least halfway correct. And I don't know what it means. I haven't looked it up this time, but I do know what the robot will look like. And looking from this, again, you have a massive backwards jump, which for a sniper Titan is a super useful tool. Somebody's trying to close the distance to you, you're doing more damage the further away you are, so you're trying to increase the distance to your target, and that's why these jumps, very well thought through, I guess, from Pixonic here, make sense to, create a bigger gap between you and the enemy that allows you to hit them with not just a built-in laser cannon, but also 3 heavy alpha cannons. 3 alpha weapons. That is a ridiculous amount of firepower, similar to the one of the Sharenga, right? So definitely nothing to underestimate aside from the big cannon. Probably the most sniping long-range orientated damage in the game, perhaps next to the ultimate Ao Ming, that has 4 heavy alpha weapons and even damage boosts built in, right? So I can't honestly say which one will do more damage. Now, when it comes to the new robot, the Bagliore, which again I showed you yesterday, check it out if you haven't yet seen it. There is a ability name called Flashing Escape. That's what the ability is called, I believe. And Bagliore does actually mean something like glow or shine or glow in Italian or something, right? And that's exactly what it does. This robot actually has 4 heavy weapons, okay? And it gets in its ability 150 defense points. That's what I figured out yesterday by checking the early test server app when it came. So we know more now though, because we know the ability, what it does, okay? Flashing escape will be a teleport, and the robot throws a teleport beacon in front of itself. The principle of throwing the beacon is similar to the way the Mars throws the turret, okay? And upon repeated activation of the ability, the robot is transported to the beacon, okay? So it's not like the Pathfinder where you set the beacon, you walk away from it, and you teleport back to it. With this robot, you can throw the beacon to a certain point, right? And I would imagine that the enemy can see you doing that. I think they can see you throwing that beacon to maybe this beacon to capture. Now it's a bit crazy because this is a beacon and then there's a beacon we capture. You're throwing the teleport beacon on the beacon point that you might want to capture, and perhaps your enemy can see that and anticipate your move to teleport back to it. But then again, perhaps you don't have to teleport. You can just confuse the enemy. You can make like a confusing move there that you know, the enemy does not know if you're going to teleport or not, because it says upon repeated activation, which you probably don't have to do. There's a passive ability. Oh, by the way, I think while this is going on, so between you throwing the beacon and teleporting or not teleporting to it, in that time, however long it might be, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, in which you can choose to teleport or not, I believe in that time frame it will have the 150 resistance points, so Titan level resistance, that we have seen yesterday on the test server. If you haven't yet seen the video, check it out, right? Passive ability, while the robot does not shoot, it accumulates stacks of delayed damage bonuses. So, when the first shot is made, the stacks are replaced by a short-term damage boost, with its power dependent on the number of stacks accumulated. So, you're starting the match, you're walking towards the first beacon, you're accumulating damage boosts and boosts and boosts, and the first shot you do will basically shoot a massively improved damage amount. Is it gonna be as powerful as a max boosted Pathfinder? We have no idea at this point, but again, once the test server goes live, even at the earliest time of gameplay, you'll get it here immediately. So stay tuned. And Mark 2 and 3 leveling bonuses are actually listed here. An increase of the damage bonus from the passive ability, and the robot will get a small number of defense points for a short time after teleporting. A small number of defense points after, right? That's what they list here. They're not speaking about the defense points that I personally believe you're going to have when throwing the turret, the beacon, the teleport beacon, because that's what it really looked like yesterday. So those are the 4 pictures I've got. Looking at the Titan, definitely a beast, a force to be reckoned with. I do not want to have this guy standing on the high tower on Yamantau, controlling the battlefield from there, with perhaps ultimate, gendarme, right? Or Fulgur Tonans, I think. Which one is the heavy version? Although I guess these weapons are really outdated now with their ridiculous slow reload, but you get what I mean, right? It could be any number of Titan weapons. And remember that new Titans, new robots often come with new weapons too. So I guess we could assume that a new Titan weapon is... Hold on. What am I talking about? We already know the new Titan weapon. It's the sniper cannon that we have already tested. Was this the Vendicatore? I think it was, yeah, I think it was the Vendicatore, right? The flat cannon that fires 2 shots. Sorry, I was just having a bit of a brain fart going on there. But yeah, so we already know the new weapon. It's, I think, the Vendicatore it was called, and it was a sniper cannon with firing 2 shots, like basically a Titan version of Reapers that seemed to have also bypassed resistance when I tested it on the test server last week. Another video you can go and check out. It's ready for you to watch if you want to see what the Titan cannons will do. Good thing I got to this before the video ends. Yeah, I would be so angry with myself if I end this recording, upload the video, publish it, and I'm like, you idiot. But yeah, so I got it, and there is the Bagliore. It doesn't look like the one I showed you yesterday in the thumbnail. It was my own creation because we didn't have a picture yet, now we do. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. The video with the gameplay is coming up either today, perhaps, or tomorrow. I think when the gameplay is on the test server. Maybe we're even super early and maybe it doesn't even make it to the test server yet, but if it does, the gameplay will be waiting for you then. Alright, so I wish you a wonderful evening, day, whatever it is for you, and of course, a beautiful weekend coming up with my videos. See you then, money off, bye bye.